Happy Valentine's Day, everybody, and welcome back to Cinnamon Talking and stuff. And I actually making a Valentine's Day video. Excuse me, on Valentine's Day. So here we go. I'm gonna go ahead and get it pulled up. Video I was planning on doing because I kind of wanted to do something like last year, except that unfortunately I couldn't find a tier list for my particular thing, so that kind of sucks, but that's fine. That would be cool because I mean they're romanceable and I honestly know about most of them. I think the only ones I'm not gonna know too well are honestly Andromeda's, but it's just me, my personal experience and what I know about the plot. So here we go. I know she is in the first Mass Effect. The problem is I don't remember her name. I don't remember her name at all. I just know she's there with you. And honestly, I think she's a C. Like, her plot's not bad or anything, but like she's like one of the characters that FemShep can romance. So I don't think it's bad. It's just, fortunately she's not very rememberable. I'm happy that I did save her. Apparently she could die, which I did not know that. But anywho, next, I'm putting her down at the bottom. And the reason why, this is Mornith. And if you know anything about her, so you can trade her in for her mother, which, now that I think about it, I don't know if I see her mom on here. Oh no, they didn't add everybody. Looks like they have a mix of Mass Effect from the original trilogy, and then some from, unless I'm missing her. But the reason why unless this is supposed to count as her mom, but this looks like Mornith. And the reason why she's down at bottom. So if you do decide to romance her and you killed off the mother, I don't know if I should have put spoilers, but I don't think a lot of people would choose her. I didn't choose her. I chose because I was like, doing a loyalty mission to have her mom like me more, but she's I forgot what specific name she is, but she's a type of Asari. If you like have a romance with them, they kill you when you have sex. So when you do decide to romance her, it's death. You literally get a game over screen. So I mean, you can't really progress with that much. So yeah. Steve, I don't think his is too bad. This is more for Mel Shepherd though, and I don't really play Mel Shepherd I don't really play, but I do know some of the romance plot. I don't think his is too bad. I think it's okay. So I think he would be above her though, because I really don't remember her. It's probably how I'm gonna feel a lot for Andromeda. I thought hers was kind of cute because she has I watched some of her, and she basically took the place of this character. She's like a FemShep, and I think hers is kind of cute because she's kind of shy and awkward, and she has an accent, and I'm like, ugh, I like when characters have an accent. But I've seen some of her plot, and I think it's kind of adorable. Like, it's not A tier or S tier, but it's definitely better than the average. Hers is F tier because hers is extremely boring. There's not all you do mainly is videos and podcasts, and then I guess you just end up dating or romancing her. So I think the main reason why you would date her is for the plot. So yeah, I didn't like her as a character for my story wise, but I don't know, maybe dating her is interesting. The thing is when I first beat Andromeda, I watched all the other romance stuff, but the problem is a lot of them, I don't remember their romance plots very well. So part of me is kind of I think probably they're pretty average. She wanted to be I forgot what a Pathfinder, because she's supposed to take over your father, but you ended up taking over your father, so. And she's upset about it for a lot of the game. So I don't know. For me, I think she might be a C. This is okay. That, or maybe I need to add a D tier. I don't know. Nah, I think this is fine. Her, again, I remember watching it, but I don't remember shit. So actually, I remember a little bit more about her than this, so I guess here. Problem is I don't remember her name. So, same thing with him. A lot of the Andromeda characters, they're just not very memorable for me. Like, they're so easy to forget. So, I think his was okay. I think he would kind of beat her. And this is more for Mel Shepherd. But, like, I think not Mel Shepherd, Mel Ryder. And I know he likes to gamble and some other stuff, but, like, so, yeah. Liam, I watched some of his. I thought his was kind of cute, because, like, he basically, like, yeah, his was kind of adorable. I watched his plot, and I remember, just kind of like how some of it goes down. I thought it was kind of cute. Like, he just wants to build a family, and he wants to be with you, and stuff like that. So I'm like, oh, I can't remember who proposes or not. Again, it's been a hot minute. And honestly, I'm more attached to, like, these characters here and stuff like that, because I remember them better, because I've dealt with the original trilogy. And I mean, you had 3 games to play over. This one, it's only 1 game, so it's probably not too fair. Well, except for these 2. And that one. And that one, they're from the original. But Suvi, I thought hers was kind of cute. Like, cute enough to help put A tier, because she has, like, she's very pretty. And also, I like her accent, and I like how she geeks out about, like, rocks and stuff like that, and she, like, licks tests them, and just, like, kind of just the relationship her and she's specifically just for female writer, kind of like these people for femshep and stuff like that. So I just thought she was just kind of cute. Honestly, the problem is Ashley dies in my playthrough. And I think I've seen some of the romance stuff, and I think it's A-okay, but I don't know. I think she improves as a character, because, like, if you know how she is in the first Mass Effect, she really doesn't like aliens, but there's a good reason why she doesn't like aliens, is because I think I don't know. I have to replay probably the trilogy again, but, like, I know I didn't really like her, and she pisses me off. So I'm very tempted to put her in F tier, but I know her character development, like, kind of improves, but I guess I'd put her, you know what, I'm gonna make an extra tier. Let's see, I'm gonna make a D. Oh, no, put that back. Ooh, I reversed all these. Okay, I fixed it. Let's see. I think you can add another list, right? Add a row below. Yeah. We're gonna add a D tier. Because, like, she's not bad, but she improves, but she's not average to me. So, and let me go ahead, because I was thinking about putting her down here, because the problem is I don't remember her, so she's very, like, forgettable. So I don't even know. PB, I didn't think PB was bad. I think hers is cute too. She kind of reminds me of Jack a little bit. Like, she has, like, she basically has, like, commitment issues because of reasons and plot reasons. I like how I was spoiling about, like, oh, she kills you and stuff. Well, I don't know. These games are older. But anywho, more or less she has, like, I know, like, commitment issues. And she kind of just, like, ends up warming up to you. So she kind of reminds me of Jack a teeny bit. It's just she's an Asari. And she eventually gets used to you and warms up to you, like, while you build a connection. So I think hers is kind of interesting. So I probably should put her above Liam. I think she's a little bit better than Liam. Vetras is kind of adorable. She kind of reminds me of, like, basically I guess, a female Garrus. But she's very protecting and she cares and she's there for you. This person, I don't even remember. So I'm gonna I'm just gonna again, like a lot of these I watched a lot of their romance stuff, because like the only person I romanced in Andromeda, and then I mean same thing goes with Mass Effect trilogy, the only person I romanced was this person, well, this person and this person. But I watched the rest of their romances and stuff like that. Like I've seen Tally's romance, I've seen Jack's romance, I've seen Miranda's romance, I've seen all of Caden's romance, I've seen Liara's romance. I don't know, maybe I shouldn't even put them in the list. But like I think that's like, if I watch their romance and I don't remember it, that probably says a lot. Like it's just not memorable for me. A lot of these, either it's just because I've only played it like once. But I mean, well, to be honest with you, I only played Mass Effect trilogy only like once. But I did play like 3 different games. So I played like Mass Effect, then Mass Effect 2, and Mass Effect 3. So I was able to build up a relationship better with some of those characters. So, but still at the same time, it's just, I think he's supposed to be like a smuggler. And I think I did watch some of it. I don't know, I think he had a horrible attitude too, if I remember correctly. So I don't like it. Actually, if it's this, would this be, I don't know. Moving on. Liara to me, she's A tier. She does develop though as a character, and like, so she goes from being like a shy, quiet, studies like Protheans, and then like once it hits, and then Mass Effect 2, she's been searching for you the whole entire time, and I think she helped recover your body, I think. But she's always been, that's why like I think a lot of people, because I know they teased a new Mass Effect 4 game, and it looks like it's Liara. I don't know if it's supposed to be like you're going to find Shepard, but I could see Liara still. And I mean, Liara is going to be one of the characters that live for a really long time, because Turians and Quarians, and they don't live that long. Asaris live for like almost like hundreds of years. Honestly, even if they just hit 100, I think they're still like in their youth. Like that's basically their teenage phase. So, so, like, I know she's not really that old in the game, so she's just, like, basically a baby. But, like, she becomes, like, in the 3rd game, she becomes, like, the Shadow Broker, so she becomes, like, kind of more like a badass, more confident in herself, so I think that's kind of cool. This person, I don't even... Is this supposed to be the doctor from Andromeda? She kind of looks like the person from Mass Effect, though. I don't remember her. This is sad. Like, I don't remember at all. I don't know who this is. If this is supposed to be like her mom, that doesn't look like her mom, so like if that's her mom, I didn't think she was too bad. She'd probably be like either B tier right here or above C tier. No, I guess technically if that's the case, then yeah, so she needs to be E. Because she kills you, so I feel like killing is pretty bad. She's just boring. Like, extremely boring. Like, there's really no romance plot at all. I guess... I don't really remember this person. I'll just put them here. I don't... People will probably be mad. They're like, how do you not remember? I was like, I'm sorry. I really, like, if there's supposed to be someone important, I don't remember them at all. Jaw, he was one of the people I dated. I liked him quite a bit. He was kind of, like, awkward, and it was kind of cute. I kind of liked the relationship. I didn't think it was too bad. I thought it was kind of like, and he talks to you very sweetly, so I really liked that. So it was kind of like he was awkward, and he was, like, sweet, and then, even though we're, like, you know, different species, and we came into like his new home planet area. I thought that was kind of cool. Um, so yeah, I kind of liked him. I thought he was cool. Caden is my first love. And I'm actually going to put him like, people are going to be surprised. So like a lot of people talk about how boring he is, but I didn't really think he was that boring. I guess he talked a lot and there might have been some times I zoned out, but I thought he was kind of interesting because, like, I know he had, like, some issues with his, because I think he had really strong bio. I really need to play the first couple of games again. I want to get the trilogy again so badly. I want to get it on PC because I'm hoping they're going to come out with a new Mass Effect game soon. I don't know when that's going to happen, but I can't wait. Hopefully they do. I actually didn't really dislike Andromeda that much. I definitely do like being Shepard a lot, so I do have, like, obviously I think there's some favoritism in here. Well, except, I mean, to be honest with you, with none of the Andromeda characters are down here, so, because I don't really think any of them, the only problem is with Andromeda characters, a lot of them feel very average to me, so, like, none of them look like they hit S tier, though. But, I liked them, and then, like, of course, I got mad at him at Vermeer, I think, or is Vermeer the place where they die? I don't know. When you go to Mass Effect 2, you get to see him again, and if you're dating him, he's like, oh, I don't trust you. You could just be a clone. And I'm like, ugh. But then he sends you a letter saying, like, how he was sorry about how he acted, and he was trying to get over the fact that you died. So that's kind of sad and stuff, but, like, so he tried moving on, so I was like, oh, well, he moved on, so I'll take it. So if I date someone, it shouldn't be that bad. So yeah, Mass Effect 3, me and him broke up. Kind of sucks you don't break up until the third game because, well, he asked about, like, oh, hey, are you in a relationship with da-da-da? So, and I'm like, yes, I am, and I want to be with them. Apparently, though, in the third game, he can die, too. And apparently the reason why he can die is if you don't visit him enough because he doesn't trust you still. And I'm like, that's crazy. I'm surprised he can die because I still, even though me and him weren't together anymore, I still visited him all the time when we were just friends. So I thought that was interesting. Miranda, so she makes me mad. She pisses me off a lot. But to be honest with you, I've seen, if you do decide to romance, she actually has she has a pretty good plot. I feel bad for people who did romance her. Like, she pops up in the second game. And, like, the negative thing is, like, a lot of the people that, like, are in the second game, a lot of them aren't on your team. They're kind of, like, doing their own thing. So I feel bad for, like, if you do romance, like, say, Jack, or I feel really bad if you romance Jacob in general, and I'll explain why. And Thane and stuff like that, because a lot of them, you see them in the third game, but they're just kind of doing their own thing, or they have their own problems and issues going on. So, like, I wonder if she's supposed to be, like, maybe they used the wrong picture because you have her mom, but I don't think I know that's not what she looks like, so that looks like someone else. If that was supposed to be, they used the wrong picture. But anywho, I thought Miranda's plot is interesting because she's kind of like, I'm not gonna lie, she's a bitch. She's a hardcore bitch, but then, like, when you, like, kind of romance her, you kind of, like, melt her heart a little bit. And I mean, she was built to be perfect, so, like, I'm not gonna lie, I know probably why a lot of people might have dated her, because I've heard people talk about her assets, but and she is pretty, but just that, like, just the kind of the relationship, and you can see that how Mel Shepard and Mel Shepard and Miranda, they seem to, like, be there and support each other, and I think it's cute. And then, so I'll go ahead and I'll put her right here. I think hers is pretty, actually I'm gonna put her right here because Liara's better. Tally is S tier. I haven't romanced Tally myself per se, but I've seen the plot. Is so cute. Like, it goes back down to I guess I like the awkward types, and it's just she's so adorable and she's so sweet, and I am so scarred because so on my playthrough. I don't, again, don't romance her, but like in Mass Effect 3, let's just say I made some really bad decisions and I just have a very hard time living with myself with those bad decisions. So it's just, so if I ever play the game again, I'm gonna make sure I do all that I can do first before I get down to that, because I don't, that, or I just need to let the something else happen. So, but hurts. But Tally is precious. She's a sweetheart. I like her a lot. She's adorable. And even though, like, so the reason why she's wearing this mask is because her kind, I think since they lived on a ship forever, I think they get hurt by diseases and stuff like that really easy. So, like, before you and her, like, you know, kiss or anything, she like has to take some medicine to like build up her immune system. But I don't know, I think it's cute. And then I don't know, and then the plus thing is that, like, so with these characters, like from the, like, from these games, like the Mass Effect trilogy or Mass Effect 3, there's like an extra DLC called the Citadel DLC, so it builds up more on their relationship. So it just, I think, is very cute. So I think she's very wholesome, so I like her a lot because of that. Jack is interesting too. I would God, I would probably put her in front of Miranda. Jack, so she got experimented on a lot, and she has like a one night stand, and you and her can't develop a relationship. You just have like one time fun. So that's kind of like the renegade option in the romance, but that it won't go any further. And I don't know if it fucks up your loyalty, because in the second game there's something called like loyalty, and you got to build up the loyalty if you want things to run smoothly. So but she grows as a character too, because like at first she's kind of just like wants to be dependent on herself, but I think you kind of being there and helping her helps her develop as a character. And then like she has her own school, and she's like helping out other people and kids to like develop their biotics. Oh yeah, that's the word, biotics. But anywho, so I think she has like a lot of good character development, and I think it would be a little bit more exciting than Liara's in a way. And actually maybe I'll go ahead and put her in front of Caden, because I think hers is pretty interesting. I like that development that grows with her. It's really good. So Jacob, he's F tier. I'll put him in front of Mornith, because Mornith is like kind of no fair. You date her, you're gonna die. But the reason why this guy is F tier, so okay, so I didn't romance him or anything like that. Oh no, what happened? I broke my stuff. Okay, cool, it saved it. And I was like, oh snap. I got mad that I put Jacob in F tier. But the reason why he is in F tier is, and I've actually watched a lot of videos why he's not even just a bad romance partner, but why he's just a bad teammate in general, in which I was kind of like, I didn't really think he was a bad teammate, because I thought he was kind of cool as a teammate. Like, I was like, hey, what's up, my bro? And stuff like that. But I didn't romance him. But apparently, if you do romance him, he cheats on you and gets another girl pregnant. And basically, I don't know. I feel like after that point, though, if that happened to you, I think you should just end up like completely breaking up with him and then just date whoever you want to date. Because like I even watched his Citadel DLC romance thing, and it is more or less, it's just you kind of being bitter with him, and like you punch him in the face and stuff like that because like you're upset and all that jazz. And I'm just kind of like, and then it's kind of like you trying to, I don't know, it's kind of awkward. I don't really like the romance for Jacob. It's so like, I mean, I guess it's not really about the squad mate thing in general. Like as a squad mate, I didn't really think it was too bad, but I had someone like point out, like, because if you play Mass Effect, so towards the end you did like a suicide mission. So he was like, I went to go chill on a beach somewheres after to clear my head, and they're like, Oh, cool. Way to go, Jacob. So while everyone else is like kind of fighting in the war, trying to do their part, you're just chilling out on a beach and having vacation and stuff while not doing anything while Shepherd. Because you get incarcerated because you're Cerberus, and Cerberus is technically like a bad um, group. It's like a terrorist group. That's the best way to describe it. In the games, but you kind of like, it was like a necessary evil. You kind of had to join them to kind of stop the Reapers and stuff like that, I think. Or was it, I don't know if it was the Reapers. More or less just stop other people from like, you know, doing bad things. So you weren't like with the military for a little bit, but you go back to the military, but they like hold you down on Earth for a while before you can leave. So, and then I forgot the whole thing with the romance, but he's like upset that you went back and that you didn't ever come back and he couldn't wait on you. And I was like, that's kind of crappy. And then like if you played Mass Effect, well, I feel like you would play Mass Effect 2 before. Unless you do the comic book strips, because there are like comic book things and you can pick. Because I know they do that with Mass Effect 2, you pick like, oh, did you choose to save the queen or like kill the queen, or did you date anyone or not date anyone? So, but I think when I actually do get the trilogy, I'm probably gonna play the first one because it looks like they updated the graphics and the controls. Because I know if they didn't and it was still the same, I probably won't play it. Because Mass Effect 1, I don't like Mass Effect 1 that much. Mass Effect 2 and Mass Effect 3 are so much better. But, so, yeah, his loyalty mission is that you get a call from his dad because he went missing or something like that, and they thought he died. And then you find out that his dad is a asshole and has a harem and just like all kinds of crazy shit. It's so bad, and he doesn't want to end up like his dad, but him kind of doing the whole that he kind of wants, because he tells you like, I think even in the romance, that he loves you, but he has like someone else now, so it kind of sounds like he wants to be with you, but he already like got this one girl and kind of knocked her up and stuff. It's just it's just crazy. So, like, to be honest with you, though, like I said, I played it through the first time and I didn't romance him or anything like that. So, like, when I found out, like, because I thought him and her did look like they had a thing. And I was like, oh, congratulations. That's so cute that you and him are together and stuff like that. So, I think that's kind of adorable. And him saying that he went on a vacation after the whole suicide thing, that honestly didn't bother me too much either. Because I was like, you know what, I get that. You know, you need to take a break. You almost died. I would, you know, if I could, I'd probably do the same thing. So, I mean, like, personally, that didn't really bother me, but, like, that's just, like, as a, like, so squad mate, to me, personally, he's not that bad as a squad mate, but as a romance partner, pretty bad, because, like, I mean, to be honest with you, while I was playing through the game, and, like, I think I got a little bit further and got past it, I was like, I wonder if you romance him if he still gets that girl pregnant or not, or if it's just, or I was kind of like wondering, like, I wonder what happens when you romance him. And I talked to this girl that's like at the video game store, and she really loves Mass Effect. She loves Mass Effect so much. She has like an N7 tattoo on her shoulder. And yeah, I was telling her, like, because I think this is when Andromeda was about to come out. It hadn't hit yet. And I was like, oh, yeah, I romance Garrus. I really love Garrus. Garrus is cool. And I don't know, somehow I brought up, I was like, Jacob. And I was like, I wonder what happens when you, like, romance Jacob. And she's like, oh, he's cheating. He's a cheating scumbag. And I was like, wait, what? You mean nothing changed? She's like, yeah, it's just kind of the same thing. It's just he cheated on you. And I'm like, oh my god, that is very crappy then. So basically, just don't romance. So if anyone's seeing this, do not romance this character. Just have him as a bro. Just have him as a bro and you're fine, alright? Because then he's doing his own thing. But if you romance him, I feel very sorry for you. Do not romance him. Definitely don't romance him. Definitely don't romance her either. You die if you romance her. You get a cheating person, and Diana's just boring. This worst thing about her, she's just boring. Alright, time to move on from this person. Garrus. Garrus is S tier. Oh, that's all I need to say. He's just S tier. I mean, I like Garrus so much. I have my Garrus Vicarian statue up there on my shelf. And if I would pull it down and just show it off. But to be honest with you, you can just go look at my unboxing video if you really want to see my Garrus Vicarian statue. So if you just need proof of like, oh, she really likes Garrus, yep, it's there. So what can I say? He's been cool throughout the whole thing. Like, he was cool in the first game. I like how he is in the second game. It's kind of like adorable and wholesome, and like when you kind of flirt with each other, it's kind of awkward at first. And I don't know, like kind of like, and then I like how he talks because he's like, I don't know like how humans and stuff like that work. So I've been watching a lot of vids to try and kind of like learn, you know. And I'm just like, oh, that's so cute. It's just. Garrus makes me blush every time. I'm just like, oh, just thinking about him, I'm just like, oh, my heart. So he's so adorable and he's so wholesome and just, ugh. And if they do make a Mass Effect 4 game, and if they, I don't know, part of me is kind of like, I kind of want them to, either they saved, because like, I know there's like multiple endings you can kind of get with the third game. And if Shepard's okay, I feel like they should just be safe, or maybe you should just play as, you know, somehow you can play a second generation Shepard. That'd be kind of cool. But if it is supposed to be like, if they pull like another Mass Effect 2 where you technically die and they just bring you back to life, I'm gonna feel kind of sorry for Shepard, because it's like Shepard can't ever rest. And then if there's no Garrus, I'm gonna be so upset, because it's like, oh yeah, he died of old age. I'll be like, my heart, no. So I'll be so sad if Garrus is gone. Because then I'll be like, damn, I guess I should have romanced Liara, because at least Liara would have been there the whole time. I'm just kidding. But that just makes it more depressing, so. And then the last one, Thane. Honestly, I really like Thane. I like Thane a lot. So he's like an assassin, and he kind of learned what he did like over the years is kind of wrong, and he's dying. So he has like this sickness, so he's trying to like make a difference before he passes away. So like his loyalty mission is kind of you like saving his son. And then like in the third game, and like I said before, a lot of the people people that were in Mass Effect 1 were squad mates, depending on who's alive, if it's Caden or Ashley, squad mates. Let's see. I think that might be it for romanceable people, because most of the people in Mass Effect 2, they're not really. Liara's on there, and then there's like a few new characters, or maybe one new character, and then maybe like another person from Mass Effect 2 that you can play, but they're not romanceable. And I think Rex. So a lot of the people from Mass Effect 1 basically come back in Mass Effect 3, and that's kind of like who's mainly on your team. So Thane, and he's like in the hospital for the whole entire time, and what happens in the game is so sad. So it's just like, so I kind of, honestly, I feel bad like if you do end up like romancing him as well. But at least it's more satisfying to romance Thane than it is to romance this person. Because his is just kind of like, I want to punch you in the face. His is kind of like, oh, my heart, it melts. So I would put him up here. Like, I thought he was pretty cool, and I like how he developed, and it's just, it hurts when I think about it, because I liked him a lot. Like, honestly, so if this was, like, just the original, like, if I was to knock out, like, the Andromeda characters, so, like, as characters that I would date, it obviously Garrus. And then Thane would be my number 2, and then Caden would be number 3. And then, like, if I was Mel Shepard, then Tally, Jack, Miranda, Liara. I don't know. There's like a few couple characters, but yeah, this is my tier list, and I think it looks pretty good. It looks like I actually have quite a few people on A tier. These are all B tier. More or less, these are just... She's kind of like in the middle, though. She's like either average or D tier. And these characters, I just... Honestly, this could be like pretty forgettable tier because I don't remember any of these people. I don't even know if she's from Andromeda. Like, I know these two are definitely from Andromeda, but I'm not for sure if she's supposed to be from Andromeda or if she's from Mass Effect. But and then basically she's just extremely boring. Like, I just wouldn't date her just because she's so boring. Like, there's just not a lot going on with the plot. And then his is just, if you want a cheating partner, then you go for him. And then Mornis is just you stuck your dick in crazy and now you paid the price, so you died. So and I mean, I guess technically, you as Shepherd, I'm not for sure about Ryder, but you could, I guess, technically cheat. And I mean, I guess technically, if you think about it, so like so when I first played Mass Effect, I dated him in the first game. And then in the second game, I know after the one thing that happened after that one planet and then the letter he sent me, I was kind of like, you know what, I'm gonna date. I might see about like romancing someone else. And then, I'm not gonna lie, I kind of did it for the achievement because you get this achievement called Paramour. When you romance a character. Because it just basically is like, oh, you entered a romantic relationship. So I dated Garrus, but I kind of dated Garrus because I don't know, I kind of liked him and I liked how he talked and stuff. And like, it was either between Garrus or Thane. Like in Mass Effect 2, I liked these two characters quite a bit. And I thought Jacob was kind of cool, but like I was like, I don't really like him like that. So I'd rather date him. Which, thank God, I guess I thought these two were my top two, because man, if I dated him, and then I would probably be like, well, time to go play Mass Effect 2 again and start my playthrough all over. I fucked up. But, because I would have been so upset. I'd be like, bitch, I was gone for what? And you left me for what? So, and then, I don't know, I feel like if you date Liara, like in the first, because you can date her in the first game, and then in the second game, you can talk and do a DLC with her. She is kind of like the only one that isn't like, oh, I'm hesitant about you. Like, it still sounds like she wanted to still be with you and all that jazz. So, but I don't know. The thing is I kind of hate, so when you do play Mass Effect 3, they kind of act like, oh, I can't believe you left me for someone else, or should you feel like you cheated on me? And I'm like, no, bruh, if I could break up with you and send you a letter, I would have done that. I would have made it clean. But that's why, like, at the beginning of the game, they're like, oh, is it true that you're with so-and-so? And I'm like, yeah. And I still want to be with, well, I guess not so-and-so. I already said who my so-and-so was, is Garrus. So, is it true that you're still with Garrus? And I'm like, yeah, it just is, and I still actually want to be with them because I love them, so I kind of ended it right there, so it didn't really last too long, but to be honest with you, it kind of sucked playing a little bit, because you don't see Garrus until a little bit later, so you're with Caden, Liara, and I think maybe Vega. So Liara's like, oh, do you have anyone that, like, you're fighting for? And you see him just staring at me. He's like, yeah, I got one thing. And I'm like, no, we're not together anymore. Don't look at me, okay? I thought we broke up. I guess so. Because, I mean, to be honest with you, the letter thing, it kind of sounded like when he sent you the letter and then, like, how he kind of neglected you. Like, I don't know. I felt like he neglected you on the planet. So I was kind of like, just like, all right, I guess, is this like a breakup letter? Apparently, though, if you look at the Normandy, like, there's like a dusk area. And like, you have like a picture of your romantic partner if it's like Caden, Ashley, or Liara. And then if you do choose to enter a relationship with someone else, you flip the picture off the desk, or you like turn it over. So it's like, so you don't have to date anyone in Mass Effect 2, but I don't know, romance kind of makes it more spicier. So I tend to like romance and stuff. And again, he said he dated other people when I was dead, which I'm not gonna fault him for that. I'm dead. I'm not gonna be like, oh, you can't date people when I'm dead. So I was like, well, since I did try to get him to join my crew and he didn't want to join my crew, alright, time to, date someone else. And then, to be honest with you though, I'm thinking about when I do play the Mass Effect trilogy, I'm trying to, because I know I want to be with Garrus. I'm like, do I want to date in Mass Effect 1 or not? Because I can either choose between Caden or Liara. The problem is I don't like dealing with the breakup thing, but at the same time, I want that Paramore achievement. I know I don't really need it, but I would just like to have it. So I'm like, should I just date for the achievement? And then it kind of makes it interesting because then, you dated someone in the other game. I mean, I guess worst case scenario, what I could do is date Caden and then let him die on that one planet, and then it would never happen. I don't like that choice. I wish you could save both of them, but even though Ashley's a bitch. So, but anywho, this is, I guess, my romance tier. I wonder how long this video is. Oh, it is 45 minutes. I know I'm probably gonna do quite a bit of editing though. And some of this was probably just me rambling, but yeah, let me know about, like, I guess who your favorite characters are. I know, like, some people's tier lists might be a little bit different than mine, and I mean, maybe some of y'all liked more of the Andromeda characters than I did. A lot of them just weren't memorable for me. I don't know if it's just because they only made one of those games. It's just like, and then, like I said, some of them I don't really remember, unfortunately. So, but yeah, this is my list. So I think it's pretty good, and I actually have quite a few people in A tier. So a lot of them, and more or less, it's just I thought their romance line and their plot and just the way they were as characters I thought was pretty interesting. So and then, like, C was just more or less, they were just average, and then B was, like, above average, and then D is kind of, like, below average, and then F is just, like, just completely bad tier. Bad. Super bad. I feel like I've seen some people have her higher on the list, and I'm like, why? You're gonna die. What's the point in dating someone and dying? But that's just me. So yeah, I hope y'all enjoyed this. It's just kind of like my little Valentines, I guess, day video, because I mean, I wanted to do a gaming couple tier list, but I couldn't find any pre-built ones that were made. So I would if I had more time, and I mean, I guess February is kind of like a love month, so maybe y'all can give me some couple ideas down at the bottom list. I know some of them, see, the thing is I'm worried about, like, some characters, it's just I ship them. Like, I could talk about my ships, but like, I ship Amy, Son Amy, and like Link and Zelda and stuff like that. So, oh, and I think that was one thing I was thinking about, is I think I was thinking about doing a tier list of Zelda characters, because I do like Zelda characters quite a bit. So, like, a lot of the girls would probably hit that S tier ranking. So, but yeah. So I guess if I was to do a couple one, I would have to make my own, because I couldn't find any, and I would have to look and see what all the games I've played that had, like, romance in it. So I know Final Fantasy X did, and that game gets me crying every time. Problem is like, a lot of the games I guess I liked I thought were S tier. But anywho, I guess this is it. I'll see y'all later. Deuces, my guys. Oh, and if you like this, follow me on my Twitch and other things at the bottom. So trying to see about growing. So see y'all later, guys. Bye-bye.